Okay. No need to clap because I'm just recording on shit.
Should we do it for the? Should we, what? You're right.
Sorry, no, I just had a mini panic that I didn't hit record. That's like I have a mini panic every time now. So
No, recording is in progress, as a nice American lady says.
Awesome sauce. Okay. Hello and welcome to Shut Up and Answer the Question, the podcast where you ask us one question and we take the longest time in the bloody world to answer it. I am Sean Antony.
And I'm Ethan Lawrence.
How you doing, bud?
I'm good, but I'm still not happy with that intro.
I know. Well, we did the one where it was just the show where. I kind of like that one, but it fell off a cliff. So
it was very utilitarian. Well, I think we got confused, didn't we? Because we were in the room and then we were on the Zoom. I don't know what time means anymore.
No, it feels like we're in the before times.
But simultaneously also the after times.
Yes, yeah.
It's May, and this probably won't be going out until July, probably.
It's sometime, I don't know, winter 2027.
Winter is coming.
Yes.
Oh, I've got a frog in my throat.
Yes, we are on Zoom, so that must mean one thing.
It means we've got a bloody guest.
Yes!
And what that also means is the guest has to sit there while I read their career at them, awkwardly, with my little A6 pad. Here we go. I can already see. He's howling with laughter. I can see this already. So let's begin. Our guest today is a Welsh content creator, which means we just need a Northern Irish guest to complete the home county bingo card. With nearly 900,000 followers on TikTok, as well as 48 million likes, I think it's fair to say that we are in the presence of a TikTok megastar. He has charmed the world with comedy sketches about pop culture, how much of a movie's title is in a movie, and of course, the peculiarities of the Welsh in general. He is a beloved figure online and by us. Please welcome comedy legend and full-grown man, Dheanasaur, aka Dean Morris.
Yes!
Hi! You got me out at the end there. and then the full-grown man, like full-grown adult bit, just got me.
I've not said anything that wasn't in your bio.
Not at all. Not at all. But having to explain that to anyone who hasn't seen any videos of mine is a bit awkward, because I'm like, well, it's because I'm a full-grown adult and people don't like me buying stuff I enjoy.
Well, this is the hook.
Yeah.
For everyone to go and watch every single one of your videos to find out where that comes from.
And it's not. It would be just an absolute treat as well. Just having one after the after. As I've spent many a time doing it. So yeah, I was really trying to remain professional, but then I was just sort of like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. So I apologize.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand it because when you see people you enjoy online, you're like, oh my god, I love your content. But I'm just a small boy from Llanelli who's being an idiot, and people are acting like I'm bigger than I'm like, I'm not. I'm just an idiot.
But we love you. We love your content. We were so excited about today's app. I don't think I've ever seen Sean this giddy.
I'm sorry. I'm just, yeah.
This is good though. I like that you're giddy.
So I'm just shutting up now. I'm gonna railroad enough this session. So speaking of which, there's a question that we really should be asking, shouldn't there?
Must we?
That's the whole point, I suppose.
Losing faith in the premise. No, we do have a question for you. I have prepared one from the vault. And I hope you're bloody ready for this, Dheanasaur. Or as you told us before the Zoom started, some people refer to you as Dheanasaur. We can't neither confirm nor deny. Got a
Question. I'm ready. I'm ready.
This question comes from Matt Lines, and it is thus. I think, Sean, this is potentially our first Would You Rather.
Ooh,
So
awesome.
this is actually a qualitative rather than a quantitative question. Possibly the first time ever on the pod episode, whatever the fuck this is. Here we go. The question is: would you rather be able to fly at any height at 1 mile an hour, or at any speed but 6 inches off the ground?
Now, and so I'm thinking about the takeoff for the 1 mile an hour, and there's something comical about that.
I didn't even think of that.
Away!
Proudly sticking your fist into the air as you take off.
Your fist has gone faster than you have.
Just so quickly overtakes you. They're just looking down on you like, that's it. You know what? That is so impractical.
I've missed my floor. Yeah, is it a turny-offy thing, or it like? Yeah,
I feel like this superpower is already mucking you around enough. Like, it's already like a significant issue.
oh man.
You fall slow, right? Or would you fall at normal speed?
Oh, I see. So you're like, so say you're 50 feet up, and you're like, I want to go down. Do you have to go down at 1 mile an hour, or just switch it off and hope you're able to catch yourself before you hit the ground?
Or would you like full on cartoonify it and literally like you jump off something and then you just have to go? Oh wait a minute, I have to choose to go down. It's like no clip mode.
Wile E. Coyote style.
The 6 inches off the floor. I used to do videos about superpowers and how, like, you can't ever have just one superpower because the rest of your body would have to react to that superpower. So, like, you can't have super speed without, like, super skin. Otherwise, your skin would, like, just peel off. Or, like, you know, like, stuff like that. So, like, the 6 inches off the floor thing, if I'm 50 feet up and I jump off of a building, am I trusting that I'm going to be caught at 6 inches from the floor? That's terrifying.
Well, hopefully you'd sort of build up to that sort of thing. You'd start off with, you know, I don't know, like jump off.
No. I go 50 feet, please.
You're so courageous, Dean.
You've been given a superpower, Dean. What's your first thing? Hang on.
I really need to know.
Go big or go home.
Well, I've got this box that's 1 foot high. No.
But what would happen then if, like, if, for instance, if it's any floor, like if you're going at, like, what was it, 1 mile an hour, like,
yeah,
I don't know, 14,000 feet or something, but then there's either a plane or a bird that just quickly flies under you. Do you just crank up your speed, like, just
like,
as you're going over that one thing? If it's like 6.
Oh, it's not both. It's not both at the same time.
Such a good idea here. What constitutes as ground?
Oh, well, now we're getting into it.
Okay. This is impractical, but if I could fly 6 inches above anything, if I had a drone below me.
Dean's hacking the question. This has never happened.
Technically, I could fly at any speed, at any altitude, right?
Oh, you're limited by the drone at that point.
It's one of those drones that like do a cool flip, like, you know, like the kind of shit drones that don't do anything, but you click the wrong button and all of a sudden I'm gone.
You're having to really time it with the spin out.
Oh, it's like, I really hope I don't sort of bounce within that 6 inches when I hit the floor.
My chest.
Oh, would that be, yeah, if it just sort of stops 6 inches, is that going to be the same as the floor? So it's, yeah, you're just
terminal velocity.
It's just, you're not going to make a mess. You're just going to be some sort of, I don't know, like, just floating blob.
So what we've discovered already is that there are some fundamental issues at play here, which we can talk about. Speaking of fundamental issues, you're a TikTok superhero. Do you like my segue as a producer there? Sorry, we didn't catch that, Dean.
You just said, speaking of fundamental issues, Dean.
Go. But you are a TikTok superhero, and it would be remiss of us not to have you on to at least talk about that. So we'd love to know about where it all started. You know, where the inspiration for some of your ideas come from. Basically, I'm giving you the broadest possible question here, which is like TikTok. What's that like?
I used to work with a lot of like YouTubers years ago. Like I used to edit for them and like film for them, and I bumped into a guy that's like the nicest guy ever. He's the coolest guy ever as well. His name's Schaefer Bates, and Schaefer is turned around to me and went, "There's this new thing called TikTok with Musical.ly. You should do it." And we were currently climbing the Sugarloaf Mountain in Abergavenny at this time. And I was like, that sounds stupid. And then the next day, I sort of downloaded it, uploaded a video, thought, nah, this is crap. And then 6 months later, I went back on and did a new video, which was me, funnily enough, buying a drone. Buying, like...
Hence why it was on your mind.
But the drone was just me going, in a box, like, and that's the whole bit. And I loved that enough that I was like, all right, let's see what's going to happen here. Like,
amazing.
I love that. I mean, we're chuckling at that, and that's like early. That's when you're supposed to be shit.
Well, I think it's shit. I just think we like shit things.
Thanks, man.
There's that little bit. I think it's just sort of when it comes to comedy, it's just you enjoy those little like crap kind of, I don't know, like they become with puns. Why the fuck am I holding sellotape? But they like the little puns and the little just stupid jokes. But they're the ones that always just get a good laugh, and I think they're the ones that just do so well as well.
Yeah, I love, you know, that feeling of, I shouldn't have laughed at that. That's I love that. I absolutely love that. I have my partner now, I have a way of testing if it's going to be a good video is if my partner doesn't like it. If my partner doesn't like it, I'm like, oh, that's a bad joke. Let's do that.
Excellent.
That's 2 feet into that one.
Is there a kind of a level to it? Sort of like, yeah, if they then just go, oh, you're like, okay. Or if they go, no. And you're like, oh, okay, this one's definitely going ahead of the...
Well, there's a lot of videos where she'll go, oh, this would be funny. Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting. And I was like, no, that's really funny. And if anything, I'm stealing credit for that and putting it in the video. And a lot of the time, people will come up to me on certain videos and be like, that bit was so funny. And in my head, I'm like, that was not me.
But of course, no credit at all. Just that's a Dheanasaur original.
Yeah. At least I'm honest about my plagiarism, okay?
You share it. You're sharing.
Yeah, H-bomb. Don't come after him.
Justice for my partner.
Friend of the show, H-bomb guy. So that was around the time of Musical.ly. So this was quite a while ago. You were really on the ground floor of that.
I had heard about Musical.ly, but it was like it was similar to what's it called? What was that app that everyone was lip syncing with?
I can see the logo. Was it like the Paul brothers were on it, weren't they?
Yeah. Anyway,
that's probably why I've purged it from my memory. Don't sue us, Paul brothers.
Oh, they might.
I think I always just assumed that it was like a lip syncing app, and didn't think that it was like anything I could post like comedy skits to. But like. I jumped on anyway and started posting just because I was bored, and then lockdown hit. And I was just like, oh, I now need something to do. So I was like doing that.
I my initial resistance to TikTok was because I was of the very boomer view of it was like, oh, that's that one where they do all the dancing. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Bugger that. Oh no, I'm not dancing for pennies, as if I don't do that in my real job. But like,
When checking on the street, and you're like
Henry VIII. Yeah, I mean that's how I got on there, and you were one of the first people I found on there. And again, that's sort of the revelation that you had, where I was like, "Oh, you can do comedy on here."
Yeah.
And a glorious time was had by all. During those lockdown months / years / decades, you found TikTok sort of like a kind of an outlet for your creativity, I suppose.
I was still living in my hometown of Llanelli, and there was just nothing to do. There's nothing to do in a small town at all. Like, it's the same pub you go to every night. It's the same like people you see. You know, there's always the same drama. It's always a small town mentality. So the thing that I would do is I would drive over, and a lot of the time I would film with my nana. My nana was one of my first viral TikToks, and it was her idea. I've just found out that I've not had a fucking original idea in my life. I've come onto this podcast and I'm having a fucking existential crisis because like
H-bomber guy. No, actually, get him. Go for it.
Don't come for me from this podcast. You're losing out. Like, if anything, go interview my 89-year-old grandmother right now. But yeah, she couldn't see anyone during the pandemic, so I would go and sit outside, and like across the way from her with a chair, and we'd just come up with some really funny videos, and people ended up loving that. And then when I was able to see her again, like be able to be in the same vicinity, there was a trend way back when, which was like, oh, throw. Someone threw glitter over the top of your foot, like the phone was like this, and they chucked glitter in slow motion.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you've seen glitter, now see Orbeez. Like, and then people chucked Orbeez over, and I was like showing it to my nana. My nana was like, I know what you want to do, and I was like, no, you don't, because this was not a video idea I wanted. I was coming to you about, and she went, you want to chuck me over the phone, don't you? So there's a video of me looking down at the camera, like, hang on, like this, right? Me looking down at the camera like this, and it says on the camera, you've seen glitter, you've seen Orbeez, get ready for my nana. And then my nana, I go like this, I go off screen like this, and then my nana just goes... Just went viral, and I was like, this is incredible. And it was just like a lovely time to be able to like laugh with my nana and see other people laugh with me. And it was just lovely.
I mean, you have just given us an amazing clip, by the way.
That was such a fantastic recreation as well.
I'll have to find it. I'll send it to you. You can clip it side by side.
Perfect.
Sean, are you ready for that? That's a big
man,
job.
I'm all in. Oh, that's going to be hilarious. But
so I mentioned before in your intro that a lot of your TikToks, especially sort of like with more sort of structured comedy writing stuff, is about sort of pop culture. And I sort of wanted to ask you, sort of like, you know, growing up, what were your favorite things to watch, to do? Because it feels like you're so like cine literate, television literate, like cartoon literate, and it's like, how does one contain so much ephemera in one head?
All the things I was bullied for liking are cool now. So
that is true.
So I would be really cool if I was about to say I'd be really cool if I was in school right now, not as a 30-year-old man. Not, if I was the age of a school child, not just be like, hey, so how about them Marvel superheroes in school now?
Hello, like fellow kids.
Yeah, like a Steve Buscemi.
hello? Yeah, he's here again.
Yeah. Talking about the Marvels.
He's bought 7 Pokemon plushies.
No, it's fine that he's here. He was just talking about the Marvels.
No, I just spent a lot of my time taking in a lot of pop culture. Like well, as a child, I would like. I didn't really. I was an ill child. I was. Oh my god! I've just remembered something. I'm definitely going to tell you about this. So I had epilepsy, right? I had like childhood epilepsy. They thought it was night terrors, and then the doctors were like, "No, this is like epilepsy." And I took tablets and I grew out of it. But as a child, my parents were like, "You can't go anywhere. You might have a fit." And so I wasn't able to do like the school trips and so I spent a lot of time on my Game Boy, on my watching TV, doing a lot of like reading. I used to read so much as a kid, and now I can't pick up a book at all. But the thing that made me laugh, and I got to tell you, is, and I don't know if this is out there publicly. So, ma'am,
Pod
if you're
exclusive?
watching this, ma'am, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. So in hospital, I didn't own a Mega Drive or any Sega stuff, right?
Gosh.
But then, so I owned a Nintendo 64. But in the hospital, they had a Sega Mega Drive with Sonic and like everything that I wanted to play. So once or twice, I triggered an epileptic fit, so I could go into hospital to play.
Oh man. Oh, God,
I get a text in a couple of weeks because of this podcast from my mum. You're like,
Oh,
you
God.
did what?
I think this is the second time on the podcast we've had someone reveal a childhood lie. So I think we had Max Fulham, the ventriloquist, on, and again a very similar thing where he lied to his own dear mother to get something that he wanted. This is maybe this is just a thing with people with successful social media channels. They're all inveterate liars to their own dear mums.
Oh, it's just every kid so at some point has just told a lie that you're like, I'm taking this to the grave. And then you come on, you're like, you know what? Nah, this would be a fucking funny one. Right, come on in.
I happen to be on a podcast. I'll tell her.
She won't listen to this.
Yeah, I spent a lot of my time as a sick kid in and out of hospital. So like my like solace was like pop culture and TV and movies and stuff like that. So I've just retained all of that and still loved it well into my late 20s and now 30s. So,
But I think that's such a well, just with any passion really, whatever you like there's always going to be those kids that make you feel like you're the only one that likes that thing. But especially with the internet at the moment, like there is always the ability to find people who like the same stuff you do, so you don't feel so alone. Because I was the same. I had the comic books. I was like, I was always like, well, I played with the kids who like dinosaurs and stuff like that, and everyone else is like, oh, well, look at them. It's like, well, I like it. If you like something, you're going to find someone who likes what you like. So, but yeah. It's now you've just managed to like find a whole base of people who just love the shit that you like, and especially with your Switch 2 stuff as well, man. Oh man, that is the same argument that went through my head as well. Is that you don't have to buy it, but I want to.
I like my Nintendo. I hate when people are like, oh, but all that money for a Nintendo. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate myself. I don't hate myself after playing a game for 7 hours, not being able to get past the same boss. I just like playing games. Can I not just enjoy it?
Imagine enjoying a hobby. What a concept. So one thing I did want to ask about, because I again mentioned it in the bump at the top. How much of a movie title is in a movie series? I so enjoy them because I know we were talking about sort of like comedy that we like and sort of like the absurdist and stuff like that. I love repetitive comedy that is driven into the ground to the point where it is no longer funny, and then it becomes funny because it's not funny anymore. Which is exactly what this is. It's Pedant's Corner, and I love it. So, I mean, that must take a lot of research to do. Like, you've got to find every instance of whatever the thing is.
Okay. Please don't come for me, H-bomber guy. A lot of it, genuinely, I wouldn't be able to do. My brain is just not wired for maths. It used to be. I used to be so good at maths, but adult sort of ADHD has like kicked my ass, and I'm not able to sit down and look at numbers and be able to do stuff. So what I do is I go through and I'm like going through the film, and I put the time codes down, and then I hand it off to my partner, who will then go, right, well, that's 26 minutes, and then that's this thing. And then there's a really funny bit that I love doing, and I never not put in it. And there's a bit, and it's always for a split second, and it'll say, here's a graph, and then I'll go to a different thing, right? Now, I could flat out not put real numbers in that graph. It could just be a little bit. But my partner has put that information in an actual accurate graph that I have shown for less than a second.
Oh, amazing.
And it's my favourite bit of the whole video. And when people pick up on it, I'm like, yes.
You're going to get those ones who pause to look at it as well, which is so cool.
Yeah. And it's accurate. But I literally just go, here's a graph. So, I'll move on to the next bit. It doesn't take as much time as you think it does. I don't go through, like, a lot of the time you're able to catch. I think for like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I was able to catch how cloudy it was and the meatballs in the same watch. So it wasn't like I don't do a lot of like I don't have to do a lot of rewatching, because a lot of the time I'll just be able to catch it in the first time. The thing that annoys me about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is that there are incessant incel men in that bloody video, because I worked out what the chance was of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I've worked out the actual chance that if it was like, oh, on this day, this is the percent chance of it being Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, right? And I worked it out, but I didn't work it out. My partner with a maths degree worked it out, right? I worked it out proper, because she's proper clever. And then I've got incel men in my comments being like, well, that's not, how'd you get that then? How'd you get that? That chance doesn't work. I'm like, oh, it's because of this. No, you've done the maths wrong. I'm like, you can't argue with me about that. I'm just a stupid Welsh boy. But you're arguing with someone whose literal degree is in maths and job uses maths. Like,
well, they can stop being incels if they want by going and fucking themselves.
I mean, like, number one, go off, King. But number two, you're like, the issue that you have there is that if you revealed who did the maths, the entire artifice of your TikTok career would fall apart.
I'm revealing to them that my partner has done that. Like, I'm like, oh, I didn't do that bit. Like, I'm very honest about the
now
videos.
You give credit when you're on the defensive.
No, I don't. No, I'm very honest. If people ask, oh, that's my favorite bit, I'll normally go, that's probably my partner's, like, interjection or whatever. Like, I don't actually come for me. I'm very honest. I don't. The only bit of plagiarism that I ever actively do is every year or every so often I used to tweet. I don't tweet. I will put on like Threads or on Blue Sky. I've invented a new word today. It's called plagiarism, and it's my favourite joke.
It's a great joke. Great bit.
And it always bangs, and I can do it whenever I want. Like, it's just so funny. People will be like, "You plagiarise me," and I'm like, "Actually, I've been doing this for 10 years.
I've got receipts."
Yeah.
Stay away, H-Bomb again. Why? I don't know why I'm going in so hard on H-Bomb guy today, but
not a clue.
I never know what's going to happen on these podcasts.
But because a few of the ones that I started watching you on was your conversations with your ADHD self, when you're talking about like the way that your mind processes and stuff like that. I was just going to ask, like, with your ADHD, is it all been yeah, have you always? Sorry, this is going to be a fucking annoying one to get out. Yeah, have you had to sort of work with your ADHD for a long time, or is it something that's just you've got used to being part of yourself? Like in terms of masking and kind of that.
No, the mask. I will get. I think I embrace it. I just have. I've learned to have to embrace it because it used to be known as like, oh, Dean, you're being too loud, and I'm like, oh, I'm not being loud. I can't help it. It's who I am, right? I will get people come up to me on the street, and they. The other day, I went to the toilet in Porter's in Cardiff, and someone noticed me walk past them to go into the toilet, and I heard them go, "Oh my god, that's the funny Welsh autistic guy," and I was like, I was there in the toilet being like, I'm not insulted by this, but I'm not autistic. Like, thank you so much. That's so lovely. I don't have autism.
He's like, do I chance my arm and just scream this outside of the door? Just like, from behind. I'm not autistic, but thank you.
T-shirt.
I mean, we can set that up as some sort of tie-in merch. Like, we've got "shut up" pod at the top, Dheanasaur just underneath it, and then just the phrase "thank you, but I'm not autistic."
I'm going to say absolutely nothing wrong with being autistic, and ADHD and autistic traits like overlap in a lot of ways. So I kind of get where that comes from. But I just like with the videos, they use anything about like how much train is in How to Train Your Dragon. I say it, I type it, and without any changing any like typos or changing it, just word vomit, and then I don't change it, and I just say it outright like I'm a really shit newscaster, and people think then from there that I've got autistic traits, and I'm like, no, I'm purposely doing that whole bit as a bit of I'm not reading the autocue properly. Like I'm not like I'm just reading what's on screen with no care for like pauses and grammar and like.
Well, I suppose it's like what you're saying, because ADHD and autism do have certain areas where they overlap.
Yeah.
And because you've made, your ADHD, part of your here we go, part of your clown. So you say,
I guess, yeah.
as the phrase goes, like, from an outside perspective, if you're coming into those videos blind, because there is that overlap and because it is so much a part of who you are, I suppose. Thank you, but I'm not autistic.
Yeah. As in, that's such a lovely comment. That's not what I am, but that's such a lovely comment. Thank you. Like, yeah, I think it was hard as a kid. To go back to your original question, it was hard as a kid because I was the loud boy who got told to shut up a lot. Oh, you're being too loud. Oh, you're being Dean, not now. Or like, I would say something in a conversation completely different to what the conversation was happening because my brain had already gone to different places, and it was horrible. I just didn't get the stimulants that I wanted. I realize I'm way too addicted to my phone, by the way, now. I was on a train yesterday, my phone died, and it felt like days on that train. But I think now I kind of embrace it, but also it's a bit of a hindrance because I've got a to-do list a mile long that I've just not. I get excited that I've made the to-do list.
Yes.
And then I'm like, cool, I've done that now. I've got 3 to-do lists at the moment, separate to-do lists, because I'm like, right, I'll start a new one. I'll start a new to-do list. I like that bit. That's a fun bit, right? And then, no. I've not finished any to-do list in my life.
But lists are exciting, aren't they? They're a promise of the future.
On my screen that I am looking at now as you said that. I'm like,
right?
Fuck.
I think my newest to-do list is probably my longest I've ever had, and it varies from. It varies from a Fireman Sam sketch to learn the Obiani swing from Star Wars.
Oh no.
And then I've also got read more. What's that? What's that on a to-do list? Read more.
It's nice and vague. I mean, like,
Well, technically, you are reading more if you're reading it over and over again.
It's not this one. This isn't a word. Why have I typed this? I don't know what this is. Cratons. Cratons.
Cratons.
What's that?
Is that a brand?
A crate of raisins?
I think I might have typed crayons, but then I don't know what that crayons is. Well, I'm very vague to myself. I like give hints to the things I'm supposed to do on my to-do list.
I'm a lot like that. Like when I throw a list together quickly and like put some things there, I read what I've put and I'm like, okay, this obviously meant something to me at a certain point, but right now I don't know what liquor bump is or whatever I wrote.
No.
Combined with my frankly dreadful handwriting, it's a very poor combo.
I love that. It's like an escape room, but for your to-do list. You're like, that kind of looks like a Y. What if I put that there?
Can I use one of my clues, please?
You flick through the book. Oh, right, yeah.
Help!
No, it's like you've turned the book upside down on the back page because that's where the answers are.
I used to love those old puzzle books.
Oh man, they were great. Those
wanna
and
do
the
a
choose
puzzle
your own
book.
adventure ones.
There's loads of puzzle books in this room right now because that's my partner's obsession, which is great.
Hell yeah!
So yeah.
I was gonna drag you back to your traumatic childhood for a second, if that's okay.
Oh, go ahead.
If you must. Oh,
I was
It's
just
that
thinking.
time of day.
Oh, I feel bad now. But I mean, like, going to school, starting school in sort of like the late 90s and then heading through the noughties, like I think back to those days, like ADHD was not understood.
No.
As like, we were all familiar with the idea of like ADHD or like, what it was, but like no idea how widespread it was or how like deep some of the symptoms go. And I always feel so sorry for like folks who had those traits when they were growing up at a time when people had no idea. Because like you say, it was just, oh, you're being too noisy, oh, you're being too loud.
Well, you're the trouble child. You're the I'm not the trouble child. I'm just not getting stimulated enough. Like, yeah.
It's like the same with like dyslexia in like the 70s and the 80s. Like, the kids who like, literally could not see words in front of them. They were like, oh, it's because you're stupid or whatever.
and then you grow up just going, oh, I'm just going to be stupid then.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's such a shame.
And look at you now. Now you're on TikTok.
You're doing that to everyone. Fuck you all.
And look at me now. I get someone else to do my maths for me.
Now that is success.
No, that is successful delegation because you've got someone who is qualified to do that as well.
Yeah.
What's the point in you just going, no, I'll do it. No, looking over your shoulder. You didn't carry the one. Shut up.
Would it be possible, I wonder, I mean, obviously, since you're stealing content from her constantly and using her math skills, would it be too much for you to outsource your to-do lists to your partner?
Because she helps me make the to-do lists. I'm on a drive. I'll be on a drive or something. I think that's probably what I've been doing. I've been driving and gone, Han, can you just send me the word crayons? And then later,
Don't worry, I'll understand.
Right, and then later I'll be like, why did you text me crayons? Because I'll forget that I've asked her to do that. And if she's like, you told me to do that, and I'll be looking at her going, that's not an idea. It's just crayons. I'm really stuck on this crayons now, actually. I don't know what that was for.
I must have said more than crayons. I can't have... because that's nothing. That's not anything at all.
Is it eating crayons? Is it melting crayons? Is it putting all the crayons you own into a colour? That's something I totally haven't done before.
You can put crayons through a glue gun, and it melts it, and you can like paint like through a glue gun. I found that out.
Dude, I'm going to do that.
That's Sean's afternoon.
I've got work I need to do, but I will be doing it now.
I know for a fact he's got 2 audiobooks to do, and I've rudely asked him to make an asset for one of the pods that we've got putting out. But no, he's just going to be doing glue gun shit.
Where's the asset? Look what I did!
Sean, the socials are dying.
Kids, you forgot to pick up your children from school. But I did crayons!
Look!
I did it on my hand. They're blisters now, but they're so pretty.
I'm burning! I'm burning! Oh, I'm exhausted now. So anyway, would you rather be able to fly at any height at 1 mile an hour, or...
I'm gonna go for the 6 inches.
And the drone idea, of course.
I think I could cheat that one a lot better. If I can fly at any speed, I've essentially got at 6 inches. I've essentially got super speed. You've just given me super speed.
That's like Sonic the Hedgehog style as well.
Okay, yeah, because he's ground based.
Good question.
Yes.
Hold up.
Is it 6 inches off the ground or 6 inches off of like anything?
That's what I thought. Like it was literally away from. Like it was like magnetically repelled.
Yeah. Could I essentially be 6 inches from a building, and then go up the building?
Here's the thing, right?
Go with that same aforementioned like lift. Just hi everyone.
Look, I don't want to dampen your creativity at all because I love what's happening here. The question as written does say the ground, but I feel bad about being taking all this out because this is fun. This is more fun than this stupid question. Fucking Matt Lines.
Ground says ground.
I've just thrown the question away.
What is ground anyway? You know
what is ground? That's a new. Do you know what?
That'd be the most
new
shit
question.
one. You'd be on the ground and then you'd take that first step into your house and you'd just be like, oh.
Right, new question because I don't like that question anymore. What is ground? Good question, Dean.
Coffee.
What does
Coffee's
that mean?
Ground.
You're just hovering above a coffee grinder.
I mean, you're just pitching sketch ideas now.
He's got his partner next to him, just writing them all down.
I'm on the beach. I'm on the sand, and then some kid has decided to like chuck sand in the air, and I've caught that sand, and I've now gone flying. I've never gone higher than 6 inches in my life because that's how fast I've gone. But I'm going at speed. I'm currently now flying through the air because some kid has decided to chuck ground up in the air, and I've caught it.
Could you then technically, like, if you put like ground, like some, I don't know, some mud or something inside your shoes, and then just like you'd be on some cat with some buttered toast sort of spin like terror ride?
You thought this through because if I put ground in my shoes, I'll be 6 inches above my shoes.
Oh shit! You got to wear platforms.
Ever increasing sizes as the 6 inches continues to go up.
This power's shit.
Oh Christ!
Oh man, I have not laughed that much in a long while.
But I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
The problem is though, is that I'm now thinking about it. These are all good sketch ideas, but eventually your partner's just going to say to you, "You've written coffee sand." I don't know what that is. Neither do I. It's probably something funny. Any Fireman Sam or some shit.
I'm talking about Fireman Sam. Like, what's his name? Like, there's the little redhead kid. I don't know if he's still in it. This is from when I watched it when I was little. He has to be Fireman Sam's son, right? Because he's the only other ginger kid. Fireman Sam's ginger, and then he's the only other ginger person. So, like, the way that they sort of, I don't know, they dance around it, I don't know, but it was sort of like, come on man, you've got to address it somehow.
I don't understand how this got through when I was a kid. and it is now, it seems like every single cartoon I watched as a kid was perfectly fine, and then they had one really quite racistly named character. like in Fireman Sam, you've got Norman, because you got Norman Price. You've got Fireman Sam, who in Welsh is Sam Tan. It's just Fire Sam.
Fire
'cause
Sam. He's on
yeah. And then you've got a lovely Italian lady called Bella Lasagna, and no one else in the show was named like that.
Is it in English? That is just lovely lasagna.
Oh look, it's lovely lasagna. Yeah, we'll put that in. That's great. That's not going to age.
That's not my name. You can't just call me that. That's insane. What is wrong with you people?
Is it Batfink has a? Do you know Batfink?
I remember Batfink.
Batfink's sidekick was. We shouldn't have put that on TV.
That and was it
and his
Danger Mouse
partner,
as well? Wasn't it?
His partner Karate.
Oh yes,
that shouldn't have happened. Why are we commissioning any of this?
Well, we got to remember the people that were writing for cartoons in the 90s were born in the 60s and 70s. So, it was a different time. I mean, that being said, not to date this episode, but the conclave is going on for the new Pope right now. And one of the people going up for it is genuinely called Pierre Battista Pizzaballa. Who I think he should be. I don't know what his stance is on any of the hot topics of the day, but that's the most Italian name I've ever heard, and on that basis, he should be Pope. And he doesn't get a papal name either. He's just Pope Pizzaballa.
But where can I send my vote in?
Unfortunately, you have to have been a cardinal.
Next time.
It's a Papa John's competition. You heard of Papa John's? Now it's Pope Pizzaballa.
If you find the golden little thing that they put in the middle, that little fence thing that they put in the middle of the pizza, if you find the golden one of that, you get to be Pope for a week.
And your favourite pizza becomes the number one in the world. And then that's where you go out and just go, right, everyone has to have pineapple and ham. And then
sell oblong pizzas in like a Pope-mobile.
Yes.
I'd buy that in an instant. I already kind of want to make it now.
It opens up like
all the steam comes out as a very hot Pope.
Bits of flour comes out like as a new Pope.
Out the chimney.
That's actually the Pope didn't actually die. They're just actually creating this new fast food enterprise.
Yes, the new Pope will be decided in a very secret meeting on the 7th of May at 8 p.m. at this time in this place. Not much of a secret meeting, is it? If everyone knows when, where, and what the time is. Like
everyone's waiting outside.
Yeah.
They didn't really think it through. It was like every morning, if they've not made a decision, it's black smoke. What if black smoke's just billowing out? They've just not made their choice. Screams are coming out the windows. Just give them more time.
God, they must be arguing really hard. I can hear the screams from here.
And they haven't decided a new Pope. Like fire.
The Sistine Chapel burning down. Oh dear. It must be that Pierre Battista Pizzaballa. You know what he's like if you give him a set of matches.
A whole meeting. They went in and the first word that they mentioned was like, so it's definitely the Pizzaballa guy. We're definitely picking him. We can't pick a Pizzaballa name. We can't. That's the whole meeting. Is like, can we justify picking this guy like as the Pope. That's the whole meeting. They've already decided this first minute, but they're like, how are we going to announce this so the internet's not going to go mental over it?
They have changed his papal name to Pope Burger Fries.
I'm sorry, I'm loving the idea of the Cardinals running like emergency PR on X.com, the everything app. We've got to select a pope that isn't going to get absolutely clowned on online. How do we get around this? How do we make sure that Dheanasaur doesn't commission his partner to write a sketch about this?
Just my partner.
I'm so sorry. It's just become a theme. It's a running theme of the pod.
There's be some weird pop culture website that's going to be like, Dheanasaur did this. If you ask Dheanasaur who I'm dating, it's a random. If you ask Gemini or something, if you type into Google, Gemini AI overview will come in. I don't opt to use Gemini. It just happens now because it's integrated. I'm dating a dude that I've never met in my life, apparently.
Oh, great.
According to AI. Everyone thinks there's so many advances in AI. I'm dating a dude I've never met.
Well, congratulations, number one.
Do you find that a lot then? Like, there's a lot of just random shit information about you now. It's just constantly spewing forth more and more.
Yeah. I love. Sometimes I like looking it up. Sometimes they'll have a photo of me, and then next to that photo of me, tell them that I've got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I'm like, you've got the photo of me. Just look at the photo that you've just looked at. They'll say that according to the internet, I am more educated than I am. They've given me degrees in university. I've never gone to uni, so I'm okay with that. But the BBC has once said that I would end my life if the Whisper Gold was not in the meal deal of Tesco.
I mean, did you say that?
Once. Right. I
mean, simple yes or no question, Nick.
So I lied a few years ago about my Greggs sausage roll being stolen from my car. And apparently it was a slow news day because it got picked up by the BBC. And they phoned me. Wales Online phoned me, and then like BBC phoned me. And I was just like really tired. They phoned me at like 7 a.m. And I was like, they were like, so what did you eat instead? And I was like, I was joking around. I just went, I got a meal deal instead from Tesco. And they were like, what you get on your meal deal? And I was like, back then I got Southern fried chicken wrap, like a water. And I was like, and also my favorite chocolate bar, Whisper Gold, is back on the meal deal. If that hadn't been on the meal deal, that would have tipped me over the edge. Or so I said something like that, right? They then put out basically being like, they worded it in a way that it sounded like, and if the Whisper Gold wasn't on the Tesco meal deal, he would have ended his fucking life right there and then.
Fucking hell.
Essentially, like Greg's sausage roll stolen from car, and now the Whisper Gold has killed this fucking TikToker.
No, but this happens. Like they will take anything. I remember I've got two things. I'll do them in order of the ways that you said it. So number one of those pop culture websites listed my annual salary as between $1 to $5 million, and I was like, cool. Let me know when that's coming in, because also the gap. There's like
they probably put a
gap.
typo in. They'll probably put between $1 and $5 million.
It's somewhere between $1 and $5 million. I guess.
Net.
Well, we don't know, and there's no way to check. It's not like he has an actual business on Company's House where you can fucking see how much money I'm not making. But the other one is I did. This is around the time that Afterlife Series 2 was coming out. And we were doing a lot of like press and podcasts and everything because this was coming out during lockdown. So everything was over Zoom. I had this interview with an American chappie whose name escapes me. Sorry about that. Please don't sue us. But I was doing this interview, and I mentioned, like, I talked about David Bradley and how like sensitive his portrayal of someone with dementia was and everything like that. And then he asked me about like the outtakes, which are obviously famous for Afterlife and everything like that. It's all very good. And I was pretty sure that what I said was absolutely bulletproof. But I said, oh, do you know, I love watching the outtakes because it's like it's just me not being able to do my job properly, and like, hey, I'm supposed to be more professional than this. I hate it. That became on The Sun, I believe, or maybe it was a Daily Star or something like that. Oh no, it was a Daily Express. It became, I hate it. Afterlife star blasts unprofessional set. And I was like, no! What the fuck?
Jesus.
Are you trying to ruin my career? What is this?
I was going to say that, yeah, like that headline can, like, yeah, really damage the way that people think that you, like, they don't even have to read it.
Every set I'm on, they're like, watch out, he's got a hair trigger temper. Make sure everything's all right for him. Bring him a water. He looks pissed.
I was no, they got it wrong. They thought you were James Corden.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Hopefully that's how I get away with it. I'm like, no, it was that other fat white English man. There are only two.
Famously.
More exclusive than the Pope.
The two most exclusive things you can be: the Pope and a fat white English actor.
Oh, that's it. Ethan's second name is actually Pizza Baller.
Ethan Olorence, a pizza baller.
Oh, I love the hands as well. You can't not.
Well, look, I don't think we've covered the question effectively, but I also don't care because this is genuinely one of the funniest episodes I've ever had. Dean, thank you so much for coming on.
My face hurts.
Oh,
thank you so much, man. That was amazing.
Exhausted. Dean, is there anything you would like to plug? As I said, please do not consider this in any way time sensitive because this will come out when it comes out. So general plugs would be great.
I'm starting a sort of YouTube series called Side Quests, like Dean's Side Quests, just because I've got so many things I want to do and I don't like a niche, so I'm gonna just do it all. I have a TikTok where you can see all of my partner's work. And an Instagram which I post on the next day, my partner's work, and Facebook at the same time. So yeah, if you want to support me using my partner's work, then find me on Dheanasaur and everything.
I'm weeping. Dean, thank you so much for coming on. This has been an absolute joy, and all the best to you. Like, you know, as clearly we are both enormous fans, and we wish you nothing but the best moving forward.
Be on. This has been a laugh.
Thank you for listening to Shut Up and Answer the Question. I am Sean Antony at Sean Antony everywhere and Loudmouth Gaming on YouTube, and my co-host is Ethan Lawrence, Ethan D. Lawrence everywhere. If you want to follow us, we are Shut Up and Answer Pod on Instagram, Shut Up Pod on TikTok, and we now have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to Shut Up and Answer the Question. Oh, that's weird saying that. If you have a question you would like us to answer, send it to shutuppod@yahoo.com or join the legal team on our Discord. The music was by Eyes on Legs and the artwork was by Kitsune Kei. Thanks Podbean for hosting us. Catch you later.
That's so fun.
Oh, thanks so much, man. I'm so glad you liked it as well. It was so funny.
I've got like a headache.
Yeah, my face hurts.